Hi there, I'm Cassie Kerr, a PSA consultant with Pivotal Crew. With over 4 years dedicated to ConnectWise consulting and a decade in the MSP industry, I've gained a wealth of experience alongside my talented partners Eileen Wilson and Kathy Boulay. Today, I'm excited to share a project close to our hearts, developed in partnership with MSPbots. We've crafted an insightful dashboard used in our quarterly proactive audits for our Pivotal Support Plus customers. This tool provides us with a clear window into ConnectWise, highlighting areas that might need our attention and expertise. So let's dive in and explore how this dashboard can transform your operations. I'll go ahead and share my screen. And I'm logged into MSPbots here. And in the apps, you'll see our Pivotal Crew app. And then we can dive into the quarterly proactive audit dashboard. And I just want to take you through the dashboard, show you around some of the gauges we've built and why we've built those. So first off, in the members section, we have API members with admin security role. So it's considered best practice that any API member that you have set up for an integration, typically those integrations have documentation on what security permissions that API member needs. And a lot of times we find that sometimes the quickest way to get that integration set up is to just give them the admin security role. But we'd prefer that you set up those custom roles that the documentation tells you. So we like to review this on a regular basis, see if there's any new API members that have been set up, and then we'll search that documentation for you and get the security role set up for you as well. The next one here is just reviewing which of your regular members have admin security roles. So this is just a good idea to check in regularly and make sure that everyone who has the admin security role should really have that. If they need, access to maybe set up members, but they don't need all the setup tables, we can create those custom security roles just to give them the permissions that they need. The next one here is just reviewing regular members that have not logged in more than 90 days. So a lot of times we find that maybe people will mark them as disabled, but maybe didn't deactivate that member. So this is just good to review and make sure that we don't have any lingering members that should have been deactivated. And that'll also free up a license for you as well if you're able to deactivate those. Next here, we have active regular members with no hourly cost. So this is a really important one. You want to make sure that all of the members in ConnectWise that enter time have an hourly cost associated with them. This will be really important for your profitability reporting. Next into finance, we like to look for any open or unset invoices older than 90 days just to make sure that we haven't left something behind that should have been sent out, or if there's any cleanup that needs to be involved, we like to review that. Next is additions with $0 cost. So, if you're reselling licenses, software, things like that, we want to make sure that the cost that you're paying is associated to that addition you're reselling. That's going to be, again, really important for your profitability reporting. Next, we look at if there's any additions with negative margin. So sometimes we find that the cost you have associated with that addition is actually higher than the price you're selling it at. So that's going to end up in it with a negative margin. So we want to review those and make sure that we have everything set correctly there. Next, we also want to look at any agreements with negative margin. So this will look within the last 3 months, any agreements that have a negative margin. So that we can kind of review. It might be an agreement setup issue, or it could just be that, hey, we're spending more time than we thought we were on this agreement, and then we can decide from there what action to take. In the procurement section, we want to look at any products with negative on-hand count. This could affect your inventory. Sometimes we find that products were just incorrectly set up as inventory. So we just like to review these and make sure that we've got all of products set up correctly. And then next, we look at if there's any products in your catalog that have not been invoiced for more than a year. We find a lot with the product catalog that it's we just add, but never go through and actually inactivate the things that we're no longer selling. So this is just to give you a list, right? We can clean up that product catalog and make sure that we don't have, thousands of products in there that we're no longer invoicing for. In the sales module, we want to look at opportunities being in compliance. So if you see those like red marks in ConnectWise, these are some of the things that will cause an opportunity to go red. One of those is opportunities being past their close date. So we're just looking here at anything that has a expected close date in the past. So we want to make sure all of those have a future date. When do we think that opportunity is going to close? The next one's going to be opportunities with $0 revenue. So we want to have a dollar amount associated with every opportunity that we have in ConnectWise. And so anything that has a $0 value, we're just going to call out here for review. And then we'll also look at any open sales orders older than 180 days. So this can, maybe be a process issue if we're, just leaving sales orders open. Maybe, we've lost track of something we were supposed to invoice or something we're supposed to order. So we just want to ensure a proper sales order process here. Into service, we're going to look at any open tickets that have not been updated in more than 90 days. So this will just call out, things are maybe falling through the cracks, maybe some tickets got forgotten about. This is just a good chance for us to review and make sure that we have good processes in place to follow up on all of our open tickets. Next is tickets with more than 8 hours entered. So this is just a good idea to review, maybe if we've got a support ticket that we've been spending a lot, too much time on. We want to look at those as well as maybe any tickets that, should have been set up as a project. In the project module, we'll look at any open projects that have 0 budget hours. So we want to, with project management, we want to be estimating how long it's going to take us to complete projects and then be able to review at the end of it, did we meet that budget or did we go over budget? So we'll just call out here any projects that do not have a budget set. And then we'll also show you any projects that you have open that are over budget. And then any open projects that are past their estimated end date. So we just want to make sure we're not leaving things open. We're pushing things forward to completion. And if we're not meeting that estimated end date, we can push that date out to when we truly think the project will complete. And then lastly, we have our time and expense section. So really what we're looking for are any missing time or expense sheets that are that were supposed to be submitted 30 days ago, as well as any time or expense sheets that have been submitted but have not been approved yet. So really just looking for, do we have a good timesheet and expense sheet approval process in place? The things that can happen right when we don't have that is we could maybe be missing things for invoicing or maybe invoicing things that shouldn't be invoiced. So the timesheet approval process is really critical to ensuring that our invoicing is happening appropriately. And that's it, guys. So thank you for your time. I hope you'll find that this audit dashboard is helpful for you. If you do have any questions or need any help or consultation with this dashboard, please reach out to us at support@pivotalcrew.com. Thank you.